This video is brought to you by StoneAgeGamer.com, a fantastic site for retro games, systems, accessories, and more. Be sure to check out StoneAgeGamer.com. Skip it up and that up. What's going on, folks? Rich Review Tech USA, and I got a haul to show you. I haven't done this in a long time. I used to do this a lot back in the RLM audio days, especially the retro stuff. I know a lot of you guys are in the retro stuff, so hey, I'll make a video and show you all the stuff I just recently got. Starting off with my two consoles that I'm not modding. These are mine. I love them. I get a little bit of a chubby when I look at them. Mild boner. I love these two consoles. This is my prize pig Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, and they're pretty much in mint condition. This one you'll see a little piece of paint. Focus. Focus! Oh, it won't focus. Okay. Anyway, but they were pretty much in perfect condition, both of these consoles. This is the one that Billy from the Game Chasers sent me. I'll talk about what's inside of that in a second. The EverDrive, if it focuses. There it is. As you see, little bit of yellowing there. I think that might just be dirt, though. But this thing is in mint condition, and both of these consoles work perfectly. Alright, as you see, nothing on the door. The SNES, like I said, is borderline perfect, minus that little bit of yellowing right where the RF and AV jacks are. But yeah, love these things. Both work fantastic. These are not going to get modded because I want to keep them. So those are my two systems. They have ghouls and ghosts in that one. And speaking of cool things, this is the Super EverDrive that Stone Age Gamer sent me. This, all you got to do is put an SD card in it. I don't feel like taking it out. You load ROMs onto it, and you could play ROMs on your Super Nintendo. So there's no emulation, and you can basically store your entire SNES game library on one SD card and just leave that in your system. It's pretty sweet. So I highly recommend that. They work awesome. And no, I'm not being paid to say that. I'm serious. Anyway, moving on. Really, those are my two favorite systems right there. Pretty much of all time. Yes, of all time. Star Fox. This will not work on this because this has the FX chip. There is a really expensive model. It's called the SD2 SNES, I think. I could be wrong about that. It's like it's like $260 that has all the chips inside of it, or it emulates the FX chip and all the different DSPs the Super Nintendo used. But you can't get the ROM for Star Fox and like Doom and run it on that one. The SD to SNES you can, but you're going to pay for it. This one's like $130 to $140. The SD to SNES is like, oh, for Christ's sake, like I just said it, $260. I just said it. I don't know why. So got Star Fox, works perfect. This came with my NES, which I'll show you in a few minutes. It's Monopoly. It's Monopoly. Yeah. And I got a clone SNES controller, and it's horrible. It is absolute garbage. Do not, if you see this box on like Amazon or eBay, don't buy it. This controller, the games aren't playable on it. They're junk. As a matter of fact, yeah, wanted to return it, and the guy won't take it back. Anyway, fuck you. Horrible controller. When you play side scrollers with it, your guy will start ducking when you're hitting the forward button. Like, it's that bad. They're useless controllers. Okay, let me compose myself. Moving on. Now, a lot of you guys, this is now my modded. Why is there an ad popping up on my phone as I'm filming something? This is my modded with HDMI Sega Genesis. I made a video about it before. The video is actually doing pretty good. It's like almost close to 53,000 hits. And a lot of you complained because what I have inside here is this composite HDMI converter. Now, for people who didn't see this video, this isn't a cheesy mod where we just shove this inside of here. We actually had to change the way the whole power distribution system works inside here in terms of how voltage is sent through the Sega Genesis motherboard and sent to this, because the nice thing about this Sega Genesis is that you only need the original Sega Genesis power adapter to run HDMI. Also, too, I forgot to mention in that video, the original AV out works. So if you wanted to use things like, if you want to hook it up to an old school tube TV and play like Menacer gun games, you can. So that's the cool thing about it. We had to remove RF, but the regular AV out still works. So if you have an old school TV and want to play games the old school way with this, you still can. A lot of you guys complain. This is exactly what I heard. And I pictured the guy saying it like this. I'm trying to hold back like a burp as I'm talking. The guy was like, bro, you fucked up, bro. Bro, you should have did RGB, bro. We know, I said it in the video. I only said it like 5 minutes in too. Like, was that video that boring that people didn't watch it? Look, I get it. When a video's long and I just want to get to the point of the video, I'll skip through it. But that was only like a couple minutes in that I mentioned we're going to do RGB. And as a matter of fact, it's right here. If you look, I got this. This is a SCART, which is this is RGB. Focus. I love my Galaxy Note 3, but the focus on it is as slow as ass. But anyway, on this side, it's blurry as not. Let's take out the bag. D2D. I'll show this to you. This is SCART. This is SCART. That was over in Europe, okay, because the Sega Genesis does RGB. And then on the other side, you have HDMI out. So in theory, I will get RGB to HDMI out, which is the best signal you could get out of the Sega Genesis, and it will look night and day over composite. Even though I have to say, composite, even though I'm using the composite HDMI box that we've soldered in here, it looks better than straight up going composite into the TV. It's not as good as S-Video, but it's better, substantially better than just straight up composite. Why that is, I don't know. Maybe this cheap little box is a better upscaler in it than most TVs do. But yeah, so anyway, this is going to get put into here. Obviously not like this. We're going to have to take the board out of here and solder it in. And it's going to have RGB. So for everyone who was complaining under that video and, bro, you fucked up. There you go. You happy now? I am. Moving on. Games. Got some games here. Streets of Rage 3. Amazing game, but it is. I could dominate Streets of Rage 1 or 2 and like the Terminator and maybe lose a couple lives. This one, like even on easy, I get my ass kicked. Great game, one of the best beat 'em ups. I'm kind of disappointed I missed it the first time around when I was a kid. Focus, for Christ's sake. Come on. There we go. No, not going to focus. But awesome beat 'em up. Found it's kind of expensive online. Surprisingly, of all places, I found it at Dragon's Den for like $20. And I've seen it a hell of a lot more online. Wings of War is a shmup that's like placed in Greek times, like you're some muscular dude going and shooting things. I'm not really a shmup guy, but this one's pretty badass. I got this for like $10 again at Dragon's Den. I don't know if this is the original label. There's like a rental copy. That's why it looks so funky, but really good game. Recommend it. Shinobi 3. Love this game. Very badass. Good music. I love the original Shinobi. Kind of torn whether I like the first one or this one better, but it's still a really good game. I got this free with one of the Genesis that I picked up. I have another Genesis somewhere I think I forgot to bring down. That one's in pretty good shape too. There's something wrong with the sound output. Probably the sound circuitry has a couple bad caps on it, which won't be too hard to fix. So I have another Genesis laying around somewhere. Yes, I have 3 of them because this is my mod. That's the one I'm keeping. And the other one I'm going to, once we get this figured out with RGB, I'm going to sell that one. So mine, my guinea pig, I'm still going to keep it because I love this thing. And the third one I'm going to sell. All right, moving on. I'll get to the most ridiculous thing last here. Another Super Nintendo. On my video right now, looks pretty good, but there's a couple things that pissed me off that this guy, I bought this off of eBay. It wasn't that expensive. It's like $35, something like that. I don't have, a lot of people, oh my God, why do you buy on eBay? I have 0 flea markets around me. Yard sales never have this shit. And the only store, which is Dragon's Den, they sell systems. They have a Super Nintendo there where the bottom of it is like piss yellow. It's one of the most yellow Super Nintendos I've ever seen. They're selling it for like $110. So I don't have that option around me. Anyway, getting back to this. If you look in here, it looks pretty good. There's a couple scuffs there. If you look on the back, it's a little yellow here again too, which is strange. I don't know why that one piece gets yellow. The top and bottom looks a little bit different, but no, it's not yellow. No, it's not. But one thing that pisses me off about this Super Nintendo, I haven't even tried it yet, which is stupid on my part, but buttons all work fine, I think. Do they? You notice in here, when you turn the power on, usually with the Super Nintendo, you should see a little bar come out right here, and that keeps the game in. The bar is not there, meaning that someone either broke it off or removed it. This one we're going to mod with HDMI 2, debating whether we're going to do S-Video or RGB, because we're going to try to put this S-Video box to HDMI. For Christ's sake, focus. Idiot! Alright, kind of did. Anyway, we're going to put this S-Video to HDMI box, which looks gorgeous. I mean, there's no color bleed. It'll be a hell of a lot cheaper than getting RGB boxes. It's a night and day difference between composite, from going from composite to S-Video and using this HDMI adapter. Looks amazing with this, but I can't capture video. I tried 2 different capture cards. I tried the Live Gamer Portable, the HD EVR Rocket, and none of them will capture with this. Works fine on a TV though, so for the guys who just want, like when we start selling these, for the guys who just want it just to play games on a regular HD TV and not worrying about capturing, you're good. But for some reason, this box doesn't work with capture cards, so I want to figure that out, because I know a lot of people are going to want to get this to capture video too. So, anyway, got an NES again. I actually had, and a lot of people don't believe me, and I was stupid for selling it, even though it was in rough shape. I had an NES from 1985, okay, when they were just selling them in New York. I'm shit you not, I was 4 years old. When I got a Teddy Ruxpin in an NES, and I sold it because, I don't know, I'm an asshole. Anyway, but I got an NES again, because I'm going to mod this too. It's actually, this NES is in pretty good shape. It works, as you see. Got a game in there. Another thing too, with these, the toasters, is that a lot of times, that spring that locks the game down doesn't work. This one does. So, pretty good shape. I'll show it to you in a second. Unplug it. Plug's in really good shape. This one's in pretty good shape for such an old system. A little dirty, but it works. All its bits and pieces are intact, and it's going to have HDMI. So, yeah, system's in good shape. Glad I got an NES again. Hoping, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, that Ryan from Stone Age Gamer sends me an EverDrive for the NES so I can start doing retro reviews of that. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Ryan. Bunch of power cords. Bunch of power supplies for all the consoles. Exciting, I know. And I sold my other Wii U knowing I was going to get a Wii U again. Because I put it towards something else at the time. I knew I was going to get it again when Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze came out. So, got another Pro Controller. Got this game. And got the console. I had this for a week. I haven't had time to even play it. I've been so damn busy. So, I got to really crack it open and make sure it works. That would be kind of nice to do. So, yeah. And also, too, I have another, like I said, Genesis upstairs, I said earlier in the video, and ads are popping up on my phone as I'm recording. I probably have a virus on my phone. Welcome to 2014 when you can get viruses on your cell phone. Anyway, guys, this is Richard Review Tech USA. Here is my haul of random crap, mostly retro. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting my channel. Have a good one.